Could the Philadelphia Eagles make a huge splash trade for one safety before the deadline? We'll talk about some whispers going around. Also, Jason Kelce said the brotherly shove could be outlawed, and you won't believe why. What is up, everybody? Welcome into A to Z Sports Philadelphia. RB here. You know what to do. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy the content. Subscribe, ring a bell, drop a comment down below for the algo. Welcome back on in. The Eagles preparing to take on the Jets this weekend, looking to go 6-0. We will talk about that more as the week goes on, but we got to take a little sidestep today. There have been some whispers. You know, Howie Roseman always looking to upgrade this roster. And I have a question for the people out there. Will Howie Roseman make one of those Howie-esque trades before the deadline? And if so, what position do you think it will be at? Give me your thoughts on that down below. Before we jump into all of it, a shout out to our sponsor of today's show, BetMGM. Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up with the code ATOZPA and receive up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you do not win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to parlay selection features, live betting options, player props, and daily boosted odds specials. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matter more than ever. So find out why BetMGM is the king of sportsbooks. Sign up today with the bonus code ATOZPA. Just download the app, use the code ATOZPA, and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. I will give you my lock of the week later in our Friday video, so be sure to go check them out and win some bucks. All right, let's talk about Justin Simmons. That's who the topic of discussion is today. Thomas Peterson put this on Twitter. There have been multiple whispers over the course of the previous few days. Obviously, the Eagles coming off pretty good win. I'd say they put most things together, still have some work to do, but they're finally starting to click this week, and they have Zach Wilson and the Jets. And yeah, I mean, if they can win this game, even, with Miami, right? A chain was ruled out for 4 weeks now. He was put on IR today. So how far can the Eagles go? I think the sky's the limit, but they're always looking to improve. And Justin Simmons is potentially on the trade block, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because, as Thomas says here, Denver has put their entire team on the block, right? They say, we're probably going to tank. Our team stinks. Sean Payton did not deliver. Russell Wilson still cannot deliver. Time to blow it up. Time to maybe go for Caleb Williams. Time to get a bunch of draft assets, and let's kind of reset. And that brings up Justin Simmons, who is one of the higher paid safeties in the league. When he got signed 2 years ago to a 4-year extension, he was the highest paid safety at that time, and he's one of the higher skilled safeties in the league. He was a third-round draft pick back in 2016. And this is a perfect guy who now at 30 years old, maybe a little bit past the prime, but actually still playing at a very high level, can be plugged into this Eagles team, right? Avonte Maddox out for the season. He's not going to be your slot corner, but you bring him in, he could probably play either safety position, and he's definitely an upgrade, from what the Eagles have been throwing out there, right? In terms of the Terrell Edmonds of the world and guys like that. He and Reed Blankenship would be a really nice duo, especially depending on what happens with Sidney Brown, right? He's kind of been back and forth battling injury. Same thing with Evans. So I really like Justin Simmons. I went back, watched a little bit about him, but here is his contract. And I want to take a look because anytime people bring up trades, well, what does the contract look like? This year, he is making $14.4 million, a cap hit of just above 18. And he's got one more year on the deal after this. So essentially, you're getting some security not only for this year, but next year as well. Unrestricted free agent in 2025. And yeah, he has a pretty fair contract, at least for the safeties of the world. And Howie Roseman would probably have to throw in some type of draft assets, right? That's what the Broncos are going to be looking for. And the Eagles have some picks and some later round picks to work with. I definitely think this is an attainable target. And, for a guy who probably hasn't, performed well to have the stats this year because he's been in such an awful situation, he's an immediate upgrade for this Eagles defense. He is a playmaker. You could kind of move him around the defense in terms of the secondary, and he's just a very versatile athlete. And even going back, to listen to what some of the Denver media have said about this guy the last couple of years, he's even won an award a couple of times for being such, an experienced professional individual. They say he's a great locker room guy. He does great things for the community. He spent his whole career in Denver, but a very good player. And I would say it's most likely favorable that they move on from him just because they can get value for him right now and they're not going to be contending this year. So then my next question comes in, okay, what do his stats look like? Let's look at Justin Simmons' stats. Okay, so like I said, drafted back in 2016. He has spent, 8 years? This is his 8th year with the Broncos. First off, let's look at interceptions. This guy goes up and up. 2, then he goes to 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually weird how it just keeps going up. He just keeps getting better and better. He has made a Pro Bowl over the past 4 years. He's made all-pro teams. This guy's very good, and I don't know what it would take to get him. I think that's Howie Roseman's job, a little bit above my pay scale, but Justin Simmons has to be on your top list of targets. There are rumors going around, again, that the Broncos are going to be shopping everybody. He's got to be on the list. Howie Roseman should go out and make a play for a defensive playmaker. That's my take on it. Simple as that. Go try to get this guy if he is indeed available. Give me your thoughts on that down below. Let's pivot into a quick film footage from Jaylen Herz. Victor Williams put this on Twitter. I just wanted to show this because we didn't cover it the other day, but man, look at his right ankle. How did Jaylen Herz not sustain a serious injury? And, here comes the whole crowd. Oh, Jaylen Herz should not be running the football. Jaylen Herz should be a pocket passer. No, I don't think that's the case. As you can see, he's durable. He's strong. I think Jaylen Herz, just kind of almost twisted his ankle there. Maybe it's a little bit sore, but this guy's strong. He can keep his balance. It's part of what makes this team lethal. It's an X factor of this offense, but I just wanted to show that because I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he is even walking today. Lastly, the brotherly shove talk is back. I promise I'm trying to stop talking about it, but it just keeps coming up. And today on Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce's podcast, The New Heights Show, they talked about it because once again, the NFL is complaining and crying and the other fans and the other teams. It's funny. In the last couple weeks, I've seen, I think it was the Seahawks or the Lions try it. They failed. I saw the Giants try to do it a couple times, failed. I saw another team try to do it, failed. Everybody fails except for the Philadelphia Eagles. Isn't that a coincidence? And because the Eagles are good at it, they're trying to ban it. They hate Philly. Jason Kelce predicts that defenses are going to start faking injuries to get the brotherly shove banned. Quote, I swear, I guarantee you guys are going to start faking injuries, minor injuries at first to stop it. All they're doing is complaining. It's nonsense. This comes following a report a couple days ago from Adam Schefter where he said that the NFL was going to look at it deeply this offseason. As of this season, it's perfectly fine. But in the offseason, they're going to look at it more in depth. They're going to try to see if guys are getting injured too much as a way to essentially, provoke a ban, right? And the reason they're doing that is because they looked at it last offseason. They couldn't come up with any feasible way because it's a legal NFL play that they could ban it. So now teams are resorting to another excuse. Oh, well, we get injured too much, blah, blah, blah. The Giants had a couple guys get injured the other day, and now everybody's all up in a tizzy. You know why people are mad? You know why the Giants got injured? Because they don't practice it. Nobody does this play until the Eagles did it. And here they are getting injured because they don't practice it. They're not good enough. They're not big enough, strong enough. How about you practice it a few times like the Eagles do? Why do you think they're so damn successful at it? It's a play they keep in the back of the playbook, and they pull it out every 4th and 1. Couple other quick thoughts on this. One, this is absolutely ludicrous. Guys can get injured. It's the game of football. They can get injured on any single play. The game is a dangerous game. That's number one. Number two, on the regular quarterback sneak, they're doing essentially the same damn thing other than the push. So you're telling me they're not, at risk of getting injured deeply on a quarterback sneak? Let's ban the quarterback sneak then. You see what I mean? It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And I'm just tired of talking about it at this point. But Kelce's right. As a way to kind of push them in that direction to stop and ban this play, they might start faking injuries, which is gross. And like I said before, they can't come up with a solution. They stink. They can't stop it. And they're pissed off. But for this season, I'm loving it. Keep on doing it. Keep on pushing it until they find a way to stop it. It is just absolutely crazy, man. The last thing is, why does everybody have to hate? I mean, the Patriots said this a long time ago. Teams do quarterback sneaks all the time. They do these short yardage plays. Guys can get injured on any single play. So now they're trying to find another excuse. It's just not going to work in my book. It's just not going to work. The Eagles have perfected a play, just like other teams are really good if you look at conversion rates on certain types of plays, but they don't say anything about that. Either way, keep on doing your thing. Jason Kelce is absolutely right, and the Eagles should be pissed if they do try to ban this play. I don't know if they will, but, let them go study and research that. The Eagles will just keep converting it in the meantime. That being said, though, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Give me all your thoughts down below in the comments section. As always, appreciate you all for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. That being said, I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.